We have a great place to discuss politics with fellow viewers. It is the David Pakman Show subreddit at davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's Reddit. About 21,000, if you can imagine, 21,000 of our viewers and listeners are subscribed free to the David Pakman Show subreddit. User Sneaky Git posted that white supremacist David Duke has endorsed Tucker Carlson as vice president. You know, David Duke always endorses someone, and I hesitate to make too much of it. I know a lot in my audience wanted me to talk about this and point out this proves that he's a white supremacist. I'm pretty sure David Duke endorsed Tulsi Gabbard. That doesn't mean Tulsi is a white supremacist. David Duke always does this, and I think it's important not to. I mean, you know, Hitler breathed oxygen, right? That's where I go on this, and I wouldn't really make too much of it. Obviously, I agree that Tucker Carlson has fed xenophobic and white supremacist ideas on his program. One of his writers was recently fired for being discovered to have been posting racist things under a pseudonym on the internet. I'm not denying anything about what we know about Tucker Carlson. I just don't think we should pay too much attention to David Duke endorsing this person or that person. In a lot of ways, it's just David Duke trying to get himself attention. User Cremation Lily posted a very interesting graph that shows the correlation between coronavirus cases and political leanings. And when you look at the data, you very clearly see that the places with the most severe outbreaks now are overwhelmingly what we would call red states, whereas it is blue states that are doing better right now. Now, this is going by governor. Now, this is a little tricky because Massachusetts, for example, has a Republican governor who is one of the more moderate Republicans in the country, and we have one of the most left-wing legislatures in the country. So to put Massachusetts, by all measures, really is a blue state. But in any case, this gives us an idea that you had the early hotspots when it came to coronavirus, and those were really related to places with early infections, mostly because of a lot of direct flights to and from the prior hotspots, meaning China and places in Europe. We didn't really know what we were doing at that point. We're now 5 months in, and now what you're seeing is a divide based on state policy. And very clearly, the places that are doing better have a certain set of policies at the state level, and the graph certainly confirms that. And then lastly, Steelo14 posted an important question about Donald Trump's urgent press conference earlier this week, asking, has a president ever called an urgent, previously unannounced press conference to baselessly attack his political opponent in a completely incoherent manner for an hour straight, and then only take 3 questions? One question coming from right-wing propaganda network OAN. The answer is no. You know, I didn't really have to rack my brain thinking. No other president has done that. And we have a press briefing scheduled for today, which I expect to be yet another just absolute gong show. And no, what we're seeing is unprecedented panic from Donald Trump. I'm losing. Give me a piece of paper with criticisms of Biden. Let me go out there and read it for an hour. I'm losing. Let me replace my campaign manager with only 3.5 months to go. These are signs of desperation, and we've not seen a lot of this before. Join the discussion at davidpakman.com/Reddit. This is free. I'm selling you nothing. It's just a place to discuss the news and politics of the day with other David Pakman Show viewers and listeners. If you love feeding your intellectual curiosity, but you're always struggling to find the time, check out one of my all-time favorite apps called Blinkist. Blinkist lets you consume an entire book on your way home from work. They take thousands of popular nonfiction books, condense each one into text or audio that you can get through in just 15 minutes, and you get all of the important core ideas and information from that book. It's perfect if you don't have enough time to do all the reading you want to do, or if you just want to sample a book before you buy the entire thing. I recently read A Brief History of Time, of course, by the great Stephen Hawking. This is a book that I have been aware of for so long, and other things got in the way. and it was fantastic to check it out on Blinkist. Blinkist has books on politics, philosophy, science. They have 27 different nonfiction categories, and a subscription is only about $8 a month, and you get the entire library. But you can try it totally free and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video.